How's it going, guys? This is Legendary Nats, also known as Stan, and welcome to episode 3. So, the last episode, we kind of made it up here to Undead Burg, basically the beginning part, and we also got to experience a little bit of Firelink Shrine and went down, not all the way down into the lower depths, but we actually went there and got a few items, especially like the S-Stock and all that stuff. So now we're just going to continue on going through Undead Burg and kind of get some souls and try to get a little bit stronger before we go take on the boss of the area. So let's get to it. Yeah. And then this guy's going to come up here and... Now, unlock. You see this right here? This right here is a summon. I could actually summon him into my world and he will actually help me fight or troll me. Either way. We have no clue what this guy is going to end up doing. But if I was to want someone to come help me in my world, I can actually summon these guys. Now, this guy's a pyromancer, or girl, whoever it is. But I'm not going to summon anyone. If I do summon someone, I do have some plans to actually summon a couple of buddies of mine to come help me play through some of the game just for fun. And so, let's just continue on. Oh, you got some hippity hops. Well, I'm dragging your buddy on the ground. Take that. Now, right now we're just trying to go through the area and, you know, get some items, kind of get some additional stuff. As we kill some of these hollows, these average hollows right here, we're going to actually kind of pick up a little bit more of their armor. I'm going to actually have to get rid of it because they'll end up giving me way too much, and it's ridiculous. Screw this table, and this one in particular. Someone just invaded me. So I'm probably about to get wrecked, mainly because I am just absolutely terrible at PvP, like I have mentioned before. I think he'll probably come right on over here, so let me go. Well, what do you know? I already died. I was probably going to die to the summon anyways. Like I said, I'm terrible at PvP. A couple of my buddies, they're big into it. It's just not my thing. Right now, I'm not going to really go above and beyond and try and get some more, or use another one of my huminis. I'm kind of sparingly on those. I don't like to use them unless I... what the heck? Oh, he didn't die. That might be the reason why. Now that guy's got like the most choreographed attack, but I always screw it up because the timing is so off. There we go, I got a backstab off. I really need to be able to put on some armor. I'm wondering if I can put on my gloves. Okay. That'd be a little bit better. A little bit better than what it was. I look like a doofus, but hey, it works, right? Oh, stop it. Oh my gosh. You're the one I want to kill. There we go. Got my souls back. Like I said, the souls right now don't really matter all that much. But if I can keep them, then I'll keep them. Alright. So let's continue on with mediocrity. Can't even say the word right now. It's kind of like 11:37 and I haven't been able to sleep. I've been laying in bed and I just couldn't sleep, so I was like, you know what, I'll just go ahead and just do a little bit of recording just for fun. I will go over in here and we can open it up since we have that resident key that we bought or that we purchased earlier. Screw these tables and this one in particular. I didn't like that, or that bench. So we're going to come right on over here and we'll find this chest and get some gold pine resin. Now that gold pine resin, what that is, that's an actual buff to your sword, making it to where it does lightning damage. That will actually be very helpful for whenever we go up against the boss. So just something to keep in mind. Oh. Alright, so they're not gonna... I think I killed the guy up here. I think I did. Yeah. Pretty certain I did. There we go. Now, I'll probably end up dying. And here's the reason why. Right here, down here, is a specific enemy. It's an enemy type called the Black Knight. Now, these enemy types are supposed to be very strong, and they're not supposed to be easy. They are supposed to be a challenge. And they're made to just basically be your first real obstacle to try and get through. By killing him, you have a good chance of, or not a good chance, but you have a slight chance, especially determining how many humanities you have, if you actually can't... unhollowed yourself and all that kind of stuff. You could possibly get like a shield or one of the weapons, the Black Knight weapons, and those weapons are freaking amazing. The Black Knight halberd is pretty much one of the best weapons in the entire game. A lot of people like using it. Now we shall see how well I do, especially with only having one Estus, and one hit could probably kill me. So. Oh, well, I didn't die. You gotta love it. You really gotta love it. It's not Dark Souls unless you die. It's really not. I mean, I don't really care about dying. This time I'm not going to let you just kind of screw me over. But I have to remember how to freaking backstab. If I don't remember how to backstab, it's going to be kind of hard to take him out. Ooh, someone's already got a... Okay. Interesting. I must not be going at it at the right angle. There must be an angle I'm missing. Oh gosh. See what happened right there? I ended up using up too much of my stamina, and so when he hit me that last time, it really screwed me over. I kind of went back like I was dazed a little bit. And that happens if you accidentally let your stamina run out while taking a big heavy hit, especially from like that axe. So you have to be very careful along those lines. Alright, I'm trying not to use up as many Estus flasks as I was using. That way, so I can kind of keep myself topped out a little bit. Let's see. Katamari, all of this. Oh, I love it when you heal. It's my favorite. Ow. Since you healed, I'll heal. I'm not doing good along the backstabbing front. Oh god. There we go. Sorry I'm not talking as much. Probably is a good thing to a certain extent, but just trying to make sure that I can kind of survive some. The main reason why I'm wanting to come down here and kill this guy, because he has an item over there, which I can probably just run right past him and get, but the whole idea of actually being able to kill him is actually really nice. I really want to get out of this. So I'm going to lead him on up here, because as you can see, I can barely do any damage to him. And I kind of want to lead him up into a place that I can kind of... Oh gosh, that's not good. There we go. Where I can actually kind of control him a little bit more, and I have a little bit wider space, and I don't have to worry about being around a lot of people. So the whole thing is I'm gonna try and not do that. That's what I'm wanting to do. Okay, there we go. There we go. 2 more and then that should get them. Oh god. Oh no. That's bad. I don't really want to bring him in here, but... There we go. 1 more. Or I could probably... There we go. Yeah! That's one. Oh, I could have chunked. Well, that's not bad. That'll be good for later on. That's just a higher grade version of upgrade material. So now I can come on down here and get what I was actually aiming for. Blue Tear Stone Ring. Now, you may be wondering what that is. The Blue Tear Stone Ring is actually a very useful ring. What it does is that it will actually boost your defense when your HP is low. Now they have a one for offense used in the same way, which is the Red Tear Stone Ring. A lot of speed runs and challenge runs will actually utilize the Red Tear Stone Ring just for that, because of how freaking powerful. Oh, I didn't. Okay, well that works. But a lot of people actually use it, and it's really, really good. Now, I'm not going to go down here. There is a reason why. There is a very hard NPC that's down there. And right now, I don't really want to take him on. So, sorry. Not sorry. I don't think it's up here. I think it's... Yeah, I think it's up here. I think it's right here. Yep. There we go. Oh, I got twinkles. Some twinkle sprinkles up in this mug. Alright, so what I'm going to do... What the... I don't... it mentioned something about a Grave Lord, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and go into the boss arena. And in here, I'm going to first equip my gold pine resin, and I'm also going to equip my black fire bombs, just so I can kind of have those. And I'm going to actually use a humanity to help save my last Estus flask, because I don't have that much left, and want to make sure that I am going to be... Oh, you prick. I want to kill these guys first, because these guys are actually very annoying to go up against when you are trying to take on this boss. Now, the Taurus Demon is not the hardest boss, and I didn't really mean to spoil the name, but then again, at the same time, this is, you know, really they made it actually look better than what it used to. The pine resin effect looked terrible prior. So what I like to do, I like to actually run over here and do a plunging attack. Hopefully I can make it in time. Yes, made it. Okay, I don't know why I didn't. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. I'm not gonna block, but that's good. See how trivial he is if you use the buff? It just really just makes him not even worthwhile. It is fun to actually beat him, though. The very first time I ever played this game, he actually used to decimate me all the time. And this was one of the reasons why I put down the Dark Souls series, because I didn't really like how difficult it was until I just had to get good for the most part. And I know right now I'm not really showing that great of gameplay. I'm actually showing some pretty mediocre gameplay. But back whenever I used to play this game, and you could even ask my wife, I played this game non-stop along with Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. But we see our bro here staring up at that beautiful, glorious sun with those god rays coming down. Let's go ahead and talk to him.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Why not?
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
The white soapstone.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Solera, you are such a treasure.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Oh, hello there. The sun, if only...
So, Solera is a staple to the series. Everyone loves Solera. Solera is an amazing, amazing individual, and you always want him to be your bro. He actually gives you the White Substone, which actually allows you to be summoned into other people's worlds, which is a big deal. You can actually go and help out others in other people's worlds. You can help them in jolly cooperation, get extra experience and all that kind of stuff, and build a lot of good friendships out of it. Some of my best friends and I, we play this all the time, or used to back in the day. So he actually mentions that our worlds are different. What that actually means is that in the world of Dark Souls, that everything is very strangely stuck in time, if you will. Excuse me. Time is convoluted in the world of Dark Souls, and you'll actually see this all throughout the gameplay and all throughout the game, that some things just don't make sense. Like, you'll be here in 1 minute and it's sunlight, and you'll be in another area where it's completely moonlight. You know, it's nighttime. It's with the moon out and everything, and you can literally go from one door to another, and you will see that time is in fact convoluted. So the whole point of the Substone is actually you're pulling someone from a different world coming to help you in your world. So that's the whole point of the Substone, other than, you know, the game mechanics behind it. So if we actually go in there and read about this, it says online play item, leave summon sign. Be summoned to another world as a phantom through your sign and defeat the area boss to acquire humanity. This is also a good way to farm humanity. Hollows cannot conduct summons. So right now, me being hollow, I cannot summon. I can't summon anyone, nor can I be summoned. In Lordran, the flow of time is distorted, and the White Substone allows undead to assist one another. So that's just saying that that basically kind of builds a bridge so that you can go and help another individual out. So that's a cool thing to know about this. So how about we go ahead and continue on. What we're going to do, we see this bridge right here. It looks kind of ominous just starting out, but what we're going to do, we're going to run as fast as we can. We don't want to be stuck here for very long. That's the reason why. And I was a little bit too slow. But this right here is the Hellkite Drake. This bad boy will literally just set to flame everything on this bridge. If I was to step fully out there right now, he would just shoot fire non-stop until he came down and actually started fighting me. This is a good challenge starting out. I love the design for the Hellkite Drake. I think it's like one of the coolest looking drakes in the entire series. So we're going to kick this ladder. If you ever play this game, never forget to kick down that ladder, because if you do forget to kick it down, you have to start all over again and go all the way around, and it sucks. So, but what that does is that just brings us right over here, right in the beginning of undead Burg. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to go ahead and rest at the bonfire so I can level up a little bit. This time I'm going to go a little bit more into endurance. I'm going to add 2 more points, 3 more points, and then I'm going to put some strength, some in health, well, and then I'm going to put 1 in dex. So I should hopefully be able to wear my armor now. We shall see, shall we not? Nope. Let's see if I can take off my gloves. No! Holy crap. Well, and that's the only armor I have. Well, I'm about to show you an exploit. Now, I'm not going to do this myself because I don't really like exploits that much. But there is an exploit that you can actually do this, and unless they've patched it, I highly doubt they have, but what you can actually do, and it used to be a really good way that you can just get free souls. You would come right out here at him to his plane, and you get a free 555 souls, come right back down here, and then rest at the bonfire, and then you come right back. And you can just rinse and repeat. By doing that, you get a 555 souls every time you do it, and at these early levels, that is pretty good. I did it one time just to kind of see how much you could actually get before my patience just kind of wore out, and I got a pretty good amount. I got about 20,000 souls at one time, and was able to get kind of leveled up to try and handle myself a little bit better. So let's see, I'm going to try and increase this up to, is this going to be enough? Let's see. Guess I'm about to find out. No. There we go. Now I have more armor and I can actually fast roll. But yeah, so I used to do that back in the day, and you know, it's part of the game. It's part of the game mechanic, and at least I'm not clipping through walls or anything like that. But I'm not going to do that here. I was only showing y'all that just in case any new players wanted to try and kind of get buffed up a little bit. This is also another space to go right over here. If you come over here, you'll see that tail of the Hellkite Drake. And if this is that part where I was telling you that you would actually need a bow. Unfortunately, I don't have a bow. I'm going to show you next time whenever I actually farm a little bit more souls. I'll go buy a bow and a bunch of arrows. And if you shoot the Hellkite's tail off, you can actually get a weapon from it called the Drake Sword. Now, back in the day, the Drake Sword, especially when the game first came out, a lot of people used to go with the Drake Sword starting out in the game because it was kind of a really strong weapon that you can kind of have starting out. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool to have it. Me personally, though, I don't particularly like it. There's way better weapons that you can get, but if you want something that can kind of be boosted, that is strong, it has a flat 200, you can go with it. That is definitely a possibility. Now, if you're wondering what I was just doing right there, I was just waiting until the Hellkite Drake kind of moved away, so I can come up here, light this bonfire, and then I can reset him. So now everything's set, and now he's going to fly away. You can trigger him to come back by going out there, but what I like to do, I like to send him away because I like to come get the stuff that's over here. Especially that weapon. That is one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. Just hands down. It's a great weapon. I love the weapon. And over here, we're going to see that there is, you know, something that we can't really get to just yet, but it will be something we will be able to take care of later on. I very much like it if all these archers were not shooting at me right now, so I'm going to go ahead. So, now, if you're wondering why I'm not using the Claymore just yet, I don't have the stats for it. I know I don't. So, stop blocking, but I don't really have the stats for it at this time. I may be able to two-hand it, but it'll be too heavy. And this is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how it's going to end up being. See, now I'm going to be doing that little slow roll, and the only way I'm going to be able to use it properly. Oh, actually, no, I think I may have the stats for it. I do have the stats. Okay, well, I didn't realize I had the stats for it. I'll just get rid of my shield. That should block... Nope. Does not light me up enough. Well, I'm not going to... Let's see if I can level up my endurance one more level. See if that will kind of help me. Nope. Of course not. But I'll just kind of fast roll for the time being. But this weapon is a great weapon. It's always been one of my favorite weapons. Hands down. I like big swords. And I cannot lie. So, having something this big is always a great start for me. But over here, I was trying to mention it earlier, but here is a statue that was just completely decimated. And this statue actually has a lot of significance, and we'll find this out a little bit later on as we learn a little bit more about the gods, as we learn a little bit more about the Sunlight Covenant and so on. So, but yeah, so that's going to be the end of this episode. I think we kind of got a lot of stuff done. Killed the Taurus Demon, was able to go along the bridge, got Soapstone, and got one of my favorite weapons. So yeah, well guys, thank you very much for coming along and joining me on this ride. You guys have a good evening. Later.